Welcome back. WeArEuS, and this is Pale Coins. I cannot use my potions here, and that bothers me tremendously. I pressed the button. The thing didn't happen. Anyway, we are currently in the capital, in the barracks for the knights specifically. I'm hoping to be able to finish the side quest for What's His Mug so we can get him to train us in something, whatever it is he's got. I played some more and I picked up some other stuff, but I got this. I don't remember where. I will point out, Golden Slash looks like it should be incredible. Like, sure, it cuts your physical damage in half, but your holy damage triples. Until you realize your holy damage is 15, and it doesn't scale. At least I don't think so. So, it's not great. I mean, it's cool and all, but what is this though? This one? This one. Yeah. Anyway, our stats currently look like this at base without any extra stuff going on. As far as everything we've got going on in terms of modifications, casting speed bonus should be ignored. Extra health, movement speed. Oh, right. That reminds me. So, there's a accessory shop nearby, and from it, you can get this, the Challenger's Ring, which increases your damage taken by 50%, but you gain an extra 15% XP. So, it sounds like a terrible trade. But it actually isn't. I spent hours fighting everything from bosses to I even fought the boss in the blood dimension multiple times until I ran out of hearts to sacrifice with this on. Granted, I do have an 80% damage reduction for general, elemental reduction for dark damage, but it caught me in its laser multiple times, and I took less than maybe it was more than 5 damage per tick, even though it only ticked twice. I have this so I can equip this axe. Like I said, I didn't really pick up anything of interest. Anything I did pick up, if it wasn't interesting, it got junked and sold off. Anyway, like I said, I'm here to try and acquire information that'll help me do things. What can you tell me about the bandits, bud? I know very little about the bandits themselves. I'm actually only here in the barracks and never outside the city gates. Everything I know comes from guards when they bring me the bandits' junk. Well, what do they bring you? Mostly junk like rings or amulets. Sometimes there are notes or documents among them that I'm supposed to bring to the king immediately. But why would you bring them to the king? I don't know. I think he's probably trying to find information about the bandits. But I'm only guessing. Is this silly thing done now? The king's plans. Oh, right, I also got... No, that's the one I showed. But I did find this, which... it's alright. It's got multi-thrust and a chance to inflict additional ice damage. So it hits for 65 at base, assuming the ice damage itself isn't being reduced through resistances, of course, which it probably is. So my main concern is trying to get this to be equipable, because its base damage is, as you saw, 72. It doesn't have any worthwhile modifiers, but 72 physical damage at base. I don't think... Oh, right. The folks here at the... Oh, he also had this. Anyway, the vendors here, for whatever reason, they sell skill gems for weapons and armor, stuff like that, which is great. I like that. We need more of that, honestly. Oh, I can't go anywhere else. Cool. Which else is allowed to attend? Who attends it? Fresh stick. It's finished. It'll take a while. So this is the Baron who is in charge of the inn here in the capital. He is most likely the one who is... I don't remember if it was actually in the video or not, but one of the... I don't remember what they are. There's a guy named Cedric over at the Academy who wants to figure out who is trying to... who's been undercutting them in terms of distributing their wine. I'm pretty sure it's this guy, and it's being sold from his inn. Does he think that the trade route to Erstadt will become safe again on its own? If he keeps on doing nothing, all his soldiers will die down. All his soldiers will die down there. If I had teleport, I could get in there. At one point, I had enough stat points. That's the word. Okay. Anyway, you might be wondering where this guy is gone. Well, apparently his son. I'm pretty sure it was in the previous episode. His son was one of the bandits, so I went back there, talked to his son. Well, he wanted me to give his son a letter. So I went back. I took the letter to his son. It was apparently to arrange a meeting between the two, which is taking place in the graveyard, which I am not sure how to get to. To the upper quarter. It wouldn't be there. Let's talk to Trillis. Pretty sure. Yeah. Good man, you must excuse my state of mind today. I just had a valuable conversation with our king, and I am always surprised to know how much incompetence can lurk beneath the crowd. I beg your pardon. Where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Merrick Frestick. I don't really care about anything other than the tavern's wine. But just to see if it turns into anything. We can check. Order of the trade route refuses to take initiative. Don't care where he's from. Attacks will weaken the enemy. Every army has its leaders. Do you know anything about the bandits? Bandits are so important, then he should find out who the actual mastermind is. As long as he always knows who he is, the situation won't change. That probably didn't help me out with that questioning. I would be very reluctant to entrust the wine selection to someone who, at best, can distinguish between a red and white wine. Frankly, there isn't much choice here. Although the Academy never mentions it openly, they enjoy a kind of monopoly. Well, it is their wine, made there by them. And everyone loves the wine. So if they love the wine and only buy the wine, yeah, they kind of have a monopoly. It isn't their fault everyone else's wine sucks. More or less, we merchants are forced to buy the wine from the Academy. Oh, you don't sound very enthusiastic about that. Well, it's a pity that there's no healthy competition here. Well, make your own wine. However, I must mention that the Academy's wine is fantastic. Almost perfect for my taste. Any competitor would have to reach this level of quality first. I understand that winemaking would only be of limited appeal to a potential competitor. Well, then would you also buy wine from other farmers? Without hesitation. It should be noted that I only include wines in my inventory that I drink myself. However, apart from the Academy, I don't know any other winemakers, so their question is irrelevant. And I'm guessing he, of course, does buy it. Okay. This thing right here is supposed to be a woman. She hasn't been unlocked yet, though, so we can only see her clothes. Oh, right. Last episode, I told Leonard to invest in armor. You know, what I thought would happen was that I would be able to go to the... I'm pretty sure this guy has it. Yeah. I would go to this guy and he'd just have... At the very least, he'd more regularly have a higher rarity of armor and weapons and such. No. Instead, this is what happens. He now sells armor and, well, that just makes me sad. Also, we have the ability to equip, get rid of that. The ability to equip 2 pieces of equipment that can reduce our gold cost by, the cost of anything we purchase by 20% in total, which is nice. I've been abusing that. Well, I've abused that quite frequently while I was playing on my own. See, here are the skill gems, and I've already bought pretty much... Oh yeah, I actually do need that. I'm pretty sure I have one already, but, you know, you can never have too many. Now, I saw this and I'm assuming this is just a typo and the entire first line is supposed to be what the second line is, but somehow it's the way it is. This increases damage by 10%, which doesn't really matter until you're doing at least 100 damage per hit. I'll buy it, but I won't be happy about it. Pretty sure I have a bunch of those fighting spirit skill gems already, right? Oh, right. There's also another bow skill, which is the explosive arrow here. And I mean, it seems like it'd be really good if I had a bow with a socket and a high enough damage at base, but yeah, we've got 3 fighting spirits, so I can put one of those on something finally. Right. Also, there's this guy who does this whole thing, and he also can craft artifacts. Currently, these are all we can craft. We can use the dragon heart we got from the guy, from the boss we killed at the top of the volcano, to craft one of these, well, yeah, one of these 3 things here. Right now I'm missing just... I don't even know what a golden sword ring and shield ring is. I don't know, so I can't actually do anything there. Pretty sure No, this guy sells the weapons, right? The other one sold armor. So what else do we have to do? Right, I need to get to the graveyard. Oh, good, we can go this way. Okay, so there they are. Also, there was a guy at the inn who mentioned something about the underground that's accessible from the graveyard somewhere, somehow. I don't think he said anything of actual value, but, you know, just, I spoke to him anyway. Yeah, I am wearing the good stuff, aside from this, which is... should be that. So I've got a whole XP boost thing going on, and I think I can get up to, also including the use of these, I think I can get up to about 50% bonus, or something a little over that. right. I went and did that whole thing and completely forgot about the guy's hat. I had to read from the ancient tome, suggested to the keeper of knowledge. Oh, that's right. Right. I went back and spoke to Grenmark about the note we got after we beat that one boss down in that dungeon through the sealed door. Yeah, Cyrenir. We actually have to go back there. I'm pretty sure I know where that one is. Do I? No, it was definitely the... Okay, yes, I definitely remember which one it is now. There you are. Gorg and I had a lot to discuss. I hadn't expected him to bring flowers for my beloved Martia. He also seemed to miss her. Anyway, you've been a great help to us, and I have to thank you for that. This is for you. A Vercum steel bar. This is a rare Vercum steel bar, one of the finest materials there are. Cool, I guess. I don't know when or if I'm ever actually going to make use of that, but we have it. Okay, so let's see. You know, just on a whim, why not? Sacred stones. Ooh, found a pale essence. Where do we need to go? It was... No, not Mirroring Cliffs. Stonehenge, right? Pretty sure it was on this side. Oh, right. I also... Let's see if I can find one. While I was doing business around here, I discovered something. It looks like the discovery is literally only a one-time thing. That's to that other area. By the way, I do have all 4 of these now. I don't know if the one I gave that guy... So, remember, I gave him one to have duped by his buddy. And he would give me mine back and sell or hand off the other one to... or hand off his copy to whoever. Why can't I attack all of a sudden? Like, what is going on here? Oh, it's goddamn... No, it's definitely not the numlock. That didn't make any sense to begin with. Shame on me. So, I've been having this problem for a while, and I don't know what's causing it. Because you see, I can't actually attack anyone. Ah, it's probably because I don't have the stats for it. That would actually make sense. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, 41 pale essence. And, as a side note, you can equip every single piece of gear, pop every single potion that increases XP, or XP gain, and then turn in those pale essences and get, I believe, the maximum I can currently get is 1600 XP. I think 1650-ish. I think it's just under that. So the main reason I'm using this is because of the skill, which allows you to basically deal double damage to someone. And that's at least how it's supposed to work. Yeah, that was double. Doesn't really work all that well unless you have a skill or something to take advantage of it. And it doesn't even have a slot, so that's unfortunate. Can we swap to? Yeah, we can use crap. What's this one? So yeah, it does work like I thought it would. Oh yeah, that's because I put that on there. Okay. By the way, I did turn down the music. Okay, let's see what this turns into. Okay. Oh, I also did learn while adventuring. I hate that. I learned that you can apparently break certain walls if, if they're meant to be breakable by having a weapon that deals high enough damage. And high enough damage is 41 or just a little below that. I tried with a bunch of other weapons that I could equip, and anything under 40 didn't do very well. Gloom Hunter. Hopefully you give me something good to eat. Not pain, though. Okay. Ow! Rat bastard shooting me from off screen. Ow! Okay. So what weapon can I equip? Definitely this one. Oh, I can equip this. Notice the part where he deals significantly less damage. That's... Ah, right. I can't use it. He died confused. And so that's a gloom mask fragment, because, that's totally why I was here. A broken piece of the mask once worn by an undying knight who gave up his humanity for eternal life. This doesn't seem even remotely normal. Crap. Huh. I have more questions than answers. I guess we can save. You know what? We do need to actually go back to the capital. I need to see if I can talk to the king. I highly doubt it'll go anywhere, but at the very least I have to try. We can work on what to do next from there. Oh, we can actually come in here? So is there anything not nailed down? Well, this isn't what I wanted. Okay. None of these are interesting. I guess we can ask him about the bandits.
We already know a lot about the incidents with the bandits, but I'm not allowed to tell you everything. Essentially, the bandits have been a nuisance for too long. They are the reasons why the citizens don't want to leave the city unaccompanied by our guards. Despite the constant efforts of the royal guards, some of the bandits continue to roam unpunished. Unfortunately, we don't know where they come from. It's also a mystery to us who's leading the bandits. We have some suspicions, but nothing concrete.
Sure, let's ask a highly suspicious question.
As far as I am allowed to tell, we are currently trying to keep the surrounding areas safe. In the near future, we will send out some patrols and start a large area search. We hope to get more information about the bandits and a lead to their chief. That's all I can tell you.
Can I finish this now? If I can use this. to get to the other underground area. Cornelia. It's a prison. Inside the cells. So there is a way for them to escape from their cells. Broke your stuff. I did go to one. There was one dungeon with the sealed door, which, strangely enough, there was just a pile of bones with the little bell thing on it, or in it. But there was also a crack on the floor, and I tried every single thing I had the ability to use to get to break the crack, but nothing worked. So she said that the reason I'm doing this is because she said sometimes prisoners just simply disappear, which means there's a way out, and I'm wondering what cell it might be in addition to where it actually will lead. Ain't that cute? Crypt of the royal family, finally. That's what I was messing around in the grave. Well, this is what I was messing around in the graveyard trying to get access to. Why? No particular reason. I also discovered that you can use a flaming weapon that isn't a torch to light things that operate as torches. Candles, torches, you know. Is there just a big empty room? I guess I could. Oh, I had the gold discount stuff on. Neat. This on in order to... Still not enough decks. Wait, we just got... Oh yeah. So I put points into vitality so I could equip the Bardish that we got from the Blood Realm. Turns out the Bardish isn't that good, nor is the skill that's on it. So I am beside myself with depression. And get in my hands. Oh, right. I could have also just equipped this and then just blown that guy the frick up, but this deals dark damage, which he dealt, which means he would have not taken much of this, if any. Appreciate the bonus movement speed on this though. Wait, we already have one equipped. Oh, it is this one. I'm an idiot. I I guess I'll put this on so you guys can see just how depressing this thing's damage actually is. I mean, the walls all look deliciously breakable, but they're not. Unless there's literally just one section that's breakable. Before we go down the hole, this might lead. I don't know where we are. Now let me put on everything that increases drop chance. Wow, blessed, not good. Burning flamberge of adventuring. Now see, that's smooth. Also, I went back and bought a lot of lockpicks. What's this? Cedric's customer list. Wait. Why is this customer list here? Also, where is here? Barracks? So, assuming that it wasn't in a part of last episode and I instead did it on my own. Apparently, whoever has the list is who's responsible for the reselling the wine the wine from the academy. I don't know what to do with this information. Let me see. I guess I have to take that back to the academy and give it to Cedric, and then we'll have the opportunity to tell him about that, or where we found it. And don't worry, we'll check the goods in a bit. Yeah, I didn't need the lantern anyway. There is a hole in the floor that we can descend. It's stairs, but we don't need to call it by that name. I like this very much not. Very not much. That's what I meant to say. Schweiand. Okay. Oh, that's not too bad. Do I have anything that reduces damage I take? Oh, right. You can apparently upgrade the Goblin Mage necklace into this, and then I need some other materials to upgrade it into another thing. But, I mean, this gives me dexterity, luck, and vitality, which is pretty good. As a matter of fact, I should probably be wearing this because, I mean, -1 luck, I can make that up, right? Just throw a point in luck. Everything's the same. But as far as damage reduction, let's see. Oh, well, that's -10% damage right there. I'm actually going to go ahead and save that. I don't have enough endurance to equip it, but it's fine. This looks like a dead end. I should be able to equip the the Bardish. We'll just equip one of these. This one. And where is it? You're kidding. Oh, I put it on the floor rather than equip it because I pressed right click for some reason. And we need... I mean, since we're here, nothing special. Bardish. It kind of sucks that the effect from this bow doesn't last long. Why is this thing's flame blue? Glove. Okay. I don't know what the frick he's carrying. But it also won't matter very soon. Hey. I see. Yeah. Ooh, King's Ruby. Oh, right. Goran wanted the King's Ruby, too. Not enough loot in this crypt, honestly. Ooh, go further. I see how it is. It's because I look cool, isn't it? Jealousy doesn't look good on you. Whatever it is that's shooting at me. Short Sword of Adventuring game, 17% more XP, Dark Resistance, which I'm pretty sure is capped because for some reason it turns yellow at 80%. More attack speed, counters attacks, and inflicts fire damage over time. This seems slightly better. Granted, their damage is awful. Ooh, magic turret. I wish. Let's teleport flame ring. Really? So there is a fist weapon with terrible damage. And it only has this damage because of my stats. That's how it's going to be. Oh, okay. Ow. I use those. Mother freaking. That is extremely obnoxious. And I mean, I do have fire resistance gear, but it's really not worth it to even equip any of it for this. a heart of the warrior. Okay, so apparently you can't walk past the statues. Have all the good stuff on. Yeah. Oh, right, I do have skill gem I could equip that would be perfect for the whole reducing damage issue. Oh, that's gross. I have to put this in a frickin' room. Oh no, this goes into an item. Okay, that's fine. Have anything that's got a slot though? Just a dagger. Bonus XP, attack speed, ice resistance, and a chance to inflict ice damage. That is not good. Execution is sort of adventuring. Bonus XP. I don't know what the point of those switches are. What the frick? There we go. It definitely feels like I'm missing context for those switches. And now that I think about it, I could have just used a weapon that counters attack. Yeah, it's just faster to go through here. I could have used a weapon that counters attacks in order to just bypass that damage. Or, you know, slap the projectiles down. I'm just glad this isn't Dread Mist, where damage to your damage you take reduces the durability of your gear. tempted. Surely there's nothing going on with this statue, right? And that takes us somewhere. This obviously opens up. Arm of a statue. I see how this is going to go. Let's see. Still 60. There's nothing else going on. Plenty of sockets to fix that. Deals extra dark damage. Probably not the best idea against this guy. Oh, that'll do. Just put this on. We need to protect the queen. What's going on here? What? I apparently stepped on a switch. Blueprints about royal equipment are carved into the tablet, and now we have those. Yeah, oh, right. That reminds me. So, I went back to the volcano, since we can't record there, otherwise it just ruins everything. I went back there. I found this. Faramore, the Sacred Stone, one of the 3 we need to go wherever. So, that's a thing now. I don't know. No. We still have to go to something swamp. I think it starts with an R. And that's where one of the other ones is. And remember last episode we came across a grave. There should be one of the other sacred stones should be there. But I could have sworn that the name of the woman that was buried there was not, I think it's Halamar? Weird. First, I want to go back and see if... No, he's just really focused on the queen. Okay, so this is one of the two remaining sacred stones. You just know it smells in here, right? Frankly, the candles are probably the only thing keeping me alive from that smell. Incense. The candles are incense, that's what I'm saying. I don't need to do all the rest of this walking, but I want to see what will happen. Nothing. Okay. Ah. Makes sense. No reason to walk, so what I want to do is head back to the academy. To get there, we need Merritt Cliffs, right? That goes there. Oh, it's actually... Ooh, this door is open now. Why? I guess it's because I got the key from... I don't know, Black Guy number 2? I don't particularly remember his name. I don't care where the books come from. Can you decipher this tome I found? An astonishing work. Even though I can't say how old the tome is, it's obvious that it defies time. The pages themselves are largely intact, as is the thread binding that holds them together. None of this is what I asked for. This writing is strange, though. I've never seen symbols like this before. Where did you find this? On my travels. Interesting. This means that the runes are far older than we first thought. If you don't mind, I'd like to keep this tome and study it. Maybe I'll be able to decipher the text and its secrets. I can't think of a reason why I would care to keep it. Alright, what did you figure out? Well, I've been able to identify similar patterns, but I haven't found any concrete meaning behind them. It seems I need knowledge of a language somewhere between that of the tome and our own, a kind of linguistic link. How about this book? And give him a book. That could be it. I need to borrow the book for a while. Okay. So what did you find out? So what did you find out? Yes, the book actually served as a linguistic link and made it possible to decipher this forgotten language from the tome. Here's your book. If you'd like, I can lend you my notes, which you can also use to decipher the forgotten language. However, I do have a favor to ask of you. What? Take my notes back to where you took the tome. I'm assuming it means where you got the tome. If you find any more of these texts, I'll reward you accordingly. Okay. So did you find out what's written in the book? I was able to translate most of what was written in the tome. The text describes a city called Verithrain on a large continent protected
protected by several watchtowers. Each tower carried a bell, presumably for communication or defense. One of the towers was special. It led directly to a sanctuary in the heart of the city. The access was locked and required 4 keys, which were entrusted to the bell keepers. From what I've read, each tower was assigned a bell keeper, and it stands to reason that this tome belonged to one of them.
I should kill you where you stand. Wasting my time like that. He told me nothing. Nothing that mattered. Arcanum Sanguis. I don't know what this is. It said Berserkers of something with a V. It's just... okay. I guess I can look around a bit for this book, the Arcanum Sanguis this guy's looking for. Yeah, I don't see it. Yep, that's a you problem, bud. All right, we need to go talk to Cedric, who's going to be this way. I found this list in the cellar of the barracks. I see, so this is where my list ended up. It suggests that someone from the guard stole it, most likely during one of the recent deliveries. You should consult the quartermaster at the barracks. He usually arranges the wine deliveries for the capital. I guess we'll just go there then. To reach the barracks, I have to keep going north. I went too far. Hey, so Cedric's list of customers was stolen by the guard. The list was stolen? By a royal guard? Those are serious accusations. What makes you think the royal guard is involved? Well, see, this is where it should be really, really awkward. In that, I found it in the cellar of the barracks, which I don't have access to. So, naturally, the flow of the conversation is going to go from the stolen list was in the barracks to how did you get access to the area where the stolen list was being hidden? course. Just a direct, straight-up answer. I found it here in the cellar. What? Okay, I guess we're just going to pretend the cellar was always open to everyone all the time, forever. Okay. Hold on. Marvin was responsible for Baron Frestick's last wine deliveries. Worthless little... Speak with him. You'll usually find him hanging around outside the barracks. You mean... So, this guy isn't even actually a full soldier yet? Or a knight? He's just an apprentice. What do you know about Cedric's stolen list? Nothing. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Speak into the spear. You were involved in the last wine deliveries. Huh? Yeah, I was. And I found Cedric's list in the barracks cellar. I knew it wasn't going to end well. Listen, let me go, and I promise to stop the fake wine deliveries. Why should I let you go? I've been able to put a lot of gold aside lately. Let me run and you'll get some. Some? I mean, some does sound good. But I'm not hurting for gold. No, you're going to the academy, bud. Frick, hold on. Oh, come on. I was so close, too. What am I even looking for? Sword, gold. That's it. There's no good reason I shouldn't have been able to go under here. So yeah, I'm going to need the freaking teleport. A room. I need to be able to... Wait. Do I? I think I have teleport. Yeah, we have miasma, but... Man, spears don't get anything good. Right, we need to go back to the academy. And here we go. I got him. He handled the latest, yeah. I could have sworn I chose the option to turn him over to the academy. I could have sworn I did. You helped a lot in saving. I'm sorry, I did everything here. I should get gold, a little bit of a blowy, and maybe a handshake after, once you wipe down. Let's see what this turns into, if anything. Okay, the Arcanum Sanguis was stolen. You know about it. Heard about it here. You already know about the book and its theft. I'll answer your questions. Maybe we can find a solution to find it. What is it? Okay. What happened on the day of the theft? Nothing unusual as far as I'm concerned. Late afternoon, we had several planned pickups of our best wine. There were a few visitors during the day. Most of them were probably from the capital. So who bought wine on that day? Rare, the innkeeper, ordered a few. Even had a few people with him to help with the transport. The innkeeper from the capital had ordered and picked up plenty of bottles as well. Also, some of the visitors from the capital bought a few. So basically, the only ones I can check in on are Rare and the capital innkeeper. Capital's innkeeper. Let's go ahead and join this. I'll accept you as a magician of the academy. From that moment, you'll no longer be able to join. Why should I? Also, that doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why would I not be able to join the Outlaws or the Royal Knights? Is that it? Why wouldn't I have been able to do that too? It doesn't make any sense. Just from a logical perspective, as far as, the game is concerned, it doesn't make sense that I can't join all of them. It's not like that. It's not like Stalker where you have factions that are actually opposed to one another. They're just groups. You should be able to join all of them. Now, the Royal Knights is kind of a silly one, but just the same, Anyway, at our academy, you have the opportunity to expand your knowledge of magic. I don't really use the stuff. I don't think about it. Not particularly interested, anyway. We need to go to... What is it? Here. Check over here really quickly. He's not back. I don't think I'll ever see him again. Oh, right. I actually wanted to test... Crap. Freaking gloves don't even show. There we go. Let's see. I have information about the king's plans. Not bad, but can you tell me about them? The king is going to search for bandits in a large area. Where? Couldn't tell you. That information is just all we have. The Royal Guard will arrive here sooner or later. Did you find out anything else? Apparently I found out everything else. All the bandits' valuables end up with the quartermaster. From this, I assume that the king is not only concerned about the bandits. It seems he's searching for something specific that he believes is among them. The quartermaster also brings all documents to the king immediately. Notes or plans would definitely be a great help in the fight against the bandits. However, I can well imagine that he's looking for something else among the documents. The leader of the bandits is unknown. I already thought so. If the bandits' leader was known, they would attempt a targeted attack. By doing this, you've proven to me and everyone else in the camp that we can trust you. Plus, you showed us you've got what it takes. That's worth a lot here. As far as I'm concerned, you can join us. If you can convince the others, I'll gladly count you among my bandits. I just want you to teach me. Oh, come on, man. Frankly, I don't care about any of these groups. Also, I didn't even realize this was a thing until the ones much, much later. So, remember I was talking about the volcano, and I was reminded of that because we picked up all of those blueprints from the Royal Crypt to create royal weapons. Well, I went to the volcano, and remember, well, you might not remember since I cut that out. In the volcano, there were 3 obelisks that had blueprints for obsidian-based weapons, as you can see here. I took them all, as you do. And apparently I can make them. I have obsidian chunks and I know where I can farm them should I decide I need more. Oh, I can also make just a straight up golden sword. Why would I make a golden sword? I don't know. I mean, it comes with a guaranteed 3 sockets. So, you know. Oh, I can also make the straight sword hilt at the artifact craftsman in the capital. So, we have a royal spear. Relatively low requirements. Its damage is not particularly remarkable. Sword. Royal bow. Well, these are apparent. Wow, this gets 5 freaking sockets. Oh, but it also requires a dragon heart, which it cannot have because I can make better things with it. I don't know why that's even a thing. Royal robe. requires gold ore, cloth, and or chalice. I don't know. But the stats on it are garbage. However, it does always have 3 sockets minimum, up to 5. I mean, I'm tempted. I don't have a lot of gold ore, but I can buy that. Obsidian armor requires... nah. Let's see what our royal crown turned out like. Minus damage taken. What I'd really like, if the stars were to align, what I would really prefer is for it to have magic find, item find, maybe XP, and strength and dexterity plus. Any combination of those, the strength and dexterity have to be on there both at the same time. But any combination of that otherwise is pretty good. I mean, we look pretty regal. But, again, it's garbage. So, anyway, that is going to do it for us today. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. Frankly, we got a lot of stuff done. I don't know about the joining groups thing. I started playing this game in the very beginning. I was going to do magic and fists, and with the way it works, that's just not feasible or realistic. So I'm actually suffering existential depression right now. That can't be it. Yeah, we'll take this and punch a goblin, I guess. You. Okay, the damage actually... For some reason, there was some frame drop back in the camp. Isn't it weird, though, that literally nothing and no one sells fist weapons? But they clearly, at least, sort of do, according to this thing's existence. Granted, there don't appear to be any fist-based skill gems, so I have to assume that means that the things themselves don't really... Ooh. Oh my god! What? Where have you been all my life? The other one... This is so much better. This is on 8. Yeah. So look, this one has 7 plus 17 dark damage to the other one's 8, as well as item find, holy resistance. It inflicts an additional fire damage, not damage over time, an additional 6 dark damage, and then a 9% chance to lower the target's dark defense by 22%. In addition, it also has multi-thrust. And and 3 sockets. Unfortunately, spears suck in that particular regard because there's like there are 2 spear-based skills. The evasive strike and then multi-thrust. Unless there's something I'm missing. Something just rare and hidden like the skill for the bow, which is in here, explosive arrow. So unless spears have an explosive arrow out there somewhere that I haven't come across yet, and good lord, I wish they did, because what they have currently is unimpressive. I will put Warcry on it though. It's got that. So there's that, I guess. I can put Fighting Spirit on it as well. And then we can just have that and all of that extra damage. I guess we could jam a rune or gem in there. Extra dark damage and ice damage. Dark and fire. If I were going to do this, I would want the upper values to be as low as possible. Right, see, this is just too valuable. Magic Find bonus? No way on earth. Okay, maybe this one, but its fire and holy damage are really low. %8 elemental damage? But that's not good because that is just awful. Because, again, as I've said before, you don't get much value out of percentages unless you're dealing with hundreds or a value of 100 or higher, I should say. So, crap, crit chance on this? Ah, man. Oh, that's on that. Can't do it with that one either. It's fire damage. Okay, we can go with this. Give it 9 holy damage. This might be okay. I mean, how likely is it that we're going to run into anything that's resistant to holy? Frankly, everything I've fought so far is vulnerable to it, at least. So we'll jam that in there as well. Okay, and that's going to do it. I tried the fist out, and it only made me want to fist myself. Nevertheless, I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. I would understand, though. I would understand if you were not enthused by the fist weapon. be in agreement on that. We will have another episode tomorrow. I would love, absolutely love, to record Dread Mist and show you where I've gotten. I haven't played it since the day I recorded it, but I played a lot of it that day, just so much. But I haven't played it, launched it, or even updated it since. So I'd love to show where I am with that. I just can't really do that during the week. Well, except on Thursday and Friday, since I'm technically off I'm off on Friday and I'm not at work as long on Thursday. So, in case you're wondering, I'm looking for stuff to punch. Punch, I should say. Anyway. Yeah. So, we'll have another episode tomorrow. And, yeah, that should be the one I record on Wednesday. Yeah, so that'll be Friday's episode then. I won't be playing more because I don't have the time for that, as I've said multiple different ways now. I am, however, looking forward to whatever it is we get up to next. Speaking of which, what is our objective for next episode? We can go about trying to free Randolph from the bandit camp. And then we can give Goran the King's Ruby. Though I don't really care to. Oh, we can also look into the Arcanum Sanguis, because why not, right? It's something to do. And if there's anything I love, it's doing stuff. And so, with all that said, we will see you next time.